United States Coast Guard cutter is the term used by the United States Coast Guard for its commissioned vessels. They are 65 feet or greater in length and have a permanently assigned crew with accommodations aboard. They carry the ship prefix USCGC. History of the USCG cutters, the Revenue Marine and the Revenue Cutter Service, as it was known variously throughout the late 18th and the 19th centuries, referred to its ships as cutters. The term is English in origin and refers to a specific type of vessel, namely, a small, decked ship with one mast and bowsprit, with a gaff mainsail on a boom, a square yard and topsail, and two jibs or a jib and a staysail. By general usage, that term came to define any vessel of Great Britain's Customs and Excise, and the term was adopted by the U.S. Treasury Department at the creation of what would become the Revenue Marine. Since that time, no matter what the vessel type, the service has referred to its vessels with permanently assigned crews as cutters. First 10 cutters equals, in 1790, Congress authorized the Secretary of the Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, to create a maritime service to enforce customs laws. Alternately known as the system of cutters, Revenue Service, and Revenue Marine, this service would officially be named the Revenue Cutter Service in 1863. This service was placed under the control of the Treasury Department. The first 10 cutters were USSC Vigilant, USSC Active, USSC General Green, USSC Massachusetts, USSC Scammell, USSC Argus, USSC Virginia, USSC Diligence, USSC South Carolina, USSC Eagle. Current USCG cutter classes and types: 420 feet icebreaker Healy, 418 feet National Security Cutter, 399 feet USCG Polar Class Icebreaker, 378 feet High Endurance Cutter, 295 feet USCGC Eagle, 282 feet Medium Endurance Cutter, 270 feet Medium Endurance Cutter, 240 feet USCGC Mackinac, 230 feet Medium Endurance Cutter, 225 feet USCGC Going Boy Tender, 213 feet Medium Endurance Cutter, 210 feet Medium Endurance Cutter, 175 feet Coastal Boy Tender, 160 feet Inland Construction Tender, 154 feet Sentinel Class Cutter, 140 feet Icebreaking Tug, 110 feet Island Class Patrol Boat, 100 feet Inland Boy Tender, 100 feet Inland Construction Tender, 87 feet Marine Protector Class Coastal Patrol Boat, 75 feet River Buoy Tender, 75 feet Inland Construction Tender, 65 feet River Buoy Tender, 65 feet Inland Buoy Tender, 65 feet Small Harbor Tug. Historic USCG cutter classes and types: 327 feet Treasury Class Cutter, 311 feet Casco Class Cutter, 306 feet Edsall Class Destroyer Escort, 269 feet Wind Class Icebreaker, 255 feet Owasco Class Cutter, 250 feet Lake Class Cutter, 240 feet Tampa Class Cutter, 213 feet Diver Class Rescue and Salvage Ship, 205 feet Cherokee Class Auxiliary Tug, 180 feet USCGC Going Boy Tender, 180 feet Oceanographic Vessel, 165 feet Thetis Class Patrol Boat, 165 feet Algonquin Class Patrol Boat, 165 feet Tallapoosa Class Boat, 157 feet Red Class Coastal Boy Tender, 133 feet White Class Coastal Boy Tender, 125 feet Active Class Patrol Boat, 123 feet Patrol Boat, 110 feet Calumet Class Harbor Tug, 110 feet Appalachia Class Harbor Tug, 95 feet Cape Class Boat, 82 feet Point Class Boat. See also, List of United States Coast Guard cutters. Notes